guys, welcome to Orchid channel it is. I'm sitting here in my armchair relaxing. I'm off on a Tuesday. That rarely happens. So today I made some space to just relax. Just do whatever I please. If I want to read a book, I'm going to read a book. If I want to take a bath, I'm going to take a bath. Currently, I'm relaxing watching my beloved cichlid Yule aquarium. At the same time as I'm reading a little book filled with beautiful illustrations on orchids from 1989. As we had to terminate our library at our Orchid Society, we donated a great deal to Gothenburg Botanical Gardens. So I happened to win this orchid book guide, a golden guide. Yeah, for example, what is an orchid? Do we really know what an orchid is? Or are we just impressed by the beautiful flowers? Huh? Sympodial, monopodial, what's the difference? Well, not everybody knows that, so it's interesting to dig deeper. Yeah, I'm going to give you guys a brief look at my discus fish aquarium as well. 39 centimeters deep and 77 centimeters high. And these South American orchids, no, cichlids, love it when they're kept in a very high tank. All doing well. Let's move over to the beautiful hole. It is a lovely, lovely Cattleya. Cattleya Chocoensis, Quadricolor. This Cattleya's got 2 years to flowering size. Looks really great to me. It was a little bit sloping flowers. He's a 25 centimeters tall orchid already, so €18. That's amazing for this lovely sized species Cattleya. So 2.5 years later, in February, this is the Quadricolor, or Chocoensis. I think I prefer the name Quadricolor. Yeah. It's a bit more familiar to me. She's been up there for quite a long time. I just moved stuff around a couple of days ago. Yeah, a week maybe. A slight change in conditions will get him into better thoughts. So that's why I did it as well. She was growing too tall for that shelf, really. I didn't know that this orchid was going to grow this tall. It's about 40 centimeters tall, this cane. 40. That's a pretty high plant, isn't it? And by now, she should be, according to Lucke, flowering size. But it would surprise me if I saw anything down there coming. I don't think, well, it's not really matured yet. One of her newest ones. Well, this one is gonna, obviously, probably, shall we say, reach the size of this one. In a way, I don't really like tall, flimsy Cattleyas. Looks like they're too fragile to carry flowers. They won't be able to carry the weight. And that's my first thought, but anyways, she's in a quite narrow pot at a time when I was repotting her. I was running out on clay pots. so I had to grab what I found, really. Coming into a tiny bit of growing stage now. Yeah, we're getting there. But I think we might add on at least 6 more months for her. I mean, I bet you can still stay positive when it comes to Cattleyas. As for example, the RLC Amazing Thailand here, the Magician. It's the same type of slim, slender, very long canes. But still, sheath. First sheath. Also in a tiny, very, very narrow little clay pot, so you never know. You never know what happens. So, let's see how she responds. This grow LED light bulb. Red lights, great for flowering. So that was that one, number one. Not so bad, really. Flimsy, but not so bad. It's just the type of orchid it is. This is also a Cattleya orchid. It's not a species, as you can see, but not far from it. I've been looking at that one and wanting that one for quite a bit and never found it. This is really great. This one is a flowering size one for $24.90. Mature Cattleya. This one may be able to be potted up into some kind of medium. Look at it. But it would need to grow its roots about 1 more centimeter before I repot her. It's a great orchid. This sheath tells you that it's on its way on maturing. Maybe it will put out something great in here later on. These 2 sheaths, I mean, it's a little bit too much to produce 2 sheaths on 2 new growth and not producing anything. This one seems to have been a blind one with something, nothing down there. But its root system isn't the greatest for now, but it shall be. Look at it. Yes, and not so very tall Cattleya for the change, yeah, and that's great. So I know where the perfect spot is going to be for her. Yeah. 2.5 years later. Where is the Whiteyi Coerulea hiding? Whoops, bring a few plants down to get to her. She's on the back row. Here she is. Be very careful with her new growth there to the back. Yeah. Now guys, I'm going to show you something. So, Whiteyi Coerulea. Who would have thought? I even did a cleanup on her semi-hydroponic setup about 6 months ago. But I did sell a little piece of a back bulb. The oldest part of the plant. In semi-hydro still. I think I needed some more space for her to grow, but I didn't want to upgrade the size of the pot to do so. So I got rid of the little plastic pot she was sitting in and decided to put her down straight into this plastic one without any inner container. So now we can create a little bit more space without having to upgrade the pot. But she's the type of orchid which creates sheath. 1 more sheath. You saw me being so happy. 3rd sheath. Thought I felt something down there, but no. Yeah, that was 3. 4 sheath. Nothing down there. 5 blind sheath. Nothing down there. Cannot feel anything. Obviously, this plant needed to create a cane this size before she even started to think about creating buds. I just discovered this yesterday. You can see there's a little stick down there. She's only getting started. I'm not saying that she'll manage. She had 5 prior attempts, which failed. Normally a Cattleya orchid creates 1 or 2 blind sheath, which means sheath with no buds inside. It doesn't mean that it won't start creating buds later on, so you shouldn't remove the old dry sheath. You don't know what lies behind in her heritage. As for my Cattleya mossii, which lies in the background in her heritage for many, many orchid hybrids, she creates buds in an old black and dry sheath. Previous years, and even the years before, in some cases. So do not cut off the old dry sheath. But this one, let's hope for it, and I won't switch positions. I'm gonna let her stay there, as she is. I won't change anything. She's now found out that she sometimes needs to bloom a little bit, yeah? Since that's what Cattleya orchids do. They bloom, and not just sit there. They need to reproduce, yes? This is the same plant. 1 week later, there is gonna be flowers. Can you see? I can see a couple of buds shining through there. At least 3 of them. So there will be blooms. Oh, this is also an orchid I've been looking at on YouTube. Yeah, this is the BLC George King Serendipity. Yeah. 99 euro for this one. Yeah, this is the first little disappointment in this order. Yes. But just gonna go on. Who knows what this particular one carries, what lies behind in its heritage. Yeah, look at its lovely new fat growth there. And fat, beautiful pseudobulbs. Yeah, and it said it was, yeah, near flowering size, so, yeah, 20 euro. It's not bad, yeah, it's not bad. This famous little orchid. And it's in growing state there. So, and this one is branching out. And maybe there's something else, some goodies down there going on, yeah, branching and stuff. So it's a very right moment to repot her. Lovely blooms on this one, especially the lip. And she's also fragrant. Yeah. Serendipity. Very funny name. Yeah, and he's been sitting here all along. But not that one. Yeah, let's see now. Oh. It had 2 years to flowering size. BLC, or RLC. I don't really know why they wrote down both. But anyways, George King Serendipity. I fell for its beautiful pink flowers. I like light pink flowers. All of my Cattleyas were watered yesterday, so that's why it looks very hydrated here, very dark. It's not broken down, it's just dark. She's in growing stage. I'd call this one medium size now. The newest one is not going to be any 40 centimeters, that's for sure. But it's, well, 30. So, yeah, now it's medium size. I don't know where the limit goes, but for me, this is a medium size now. I haven't seen any sheath on her. So maybe she doesn't create sheath. Or maybe she needs yet 6 more months or 1 year. Maybe her next growth will be even better. She's still a healthy plant. I just figured I need to water her a little bit more often. Or she's lacking roots down there, but I don't think so. So a little bit more water. I should do better. So I'm just going to put her back. I don't think the light is the issue. She's sitting directly underneath the LED tubes here. Quite strong tubes as well. Yeah. Let's give her some more time. She's really worth it. Yeah. With a set of blooms like that, she's really worth waiting for. Yeah, here's the same that Justin got in his order. I fell in love with it when he showed it to us on YouTube. Laelia, Lobata, never heard of it. Variation Concolor, Jeny times self. Whitish, like purplish cream, I'm not sure, but they look really amazing, the flowers, when I Google it. Let's just see what I paid for it. This one has actually got 3 years to flowering size, 49 euro. I'm not implying that they are lying. It may be true, yeah. So, yeah, 3 years it will be, but it's poor growth here. And it's got some damage to it here. Hope for it to become this fat and plump and lovely, but tall. Yeah, I'm going to take care of this gal. My very best skills. I really love this orchid. It's behind my Hoya. Which is starting to grow nicely again after some time of decline. Anyways, she's here, the Laelia. I wonder if the name has been changed, or I mean, if it's been reclassified into Cattleya. Can you believe it, guys? Yeah, look at her. I showed this orchid to you not long ago, but this was the one farthest from flowering size. This whole order, 3 years to flowering size. I don't believe it. I even cut off her oldest back bulbs, which I counted up to 3. Highest one was about this size. Can you imagine? I needed to upgrade its pot. She was growing out of its pot, which she's trying to do already. Are you kidding me? She's about 37 centimeters. So not far from the Quadricolor. I mean, 3 new growth. That one and these 2 guys, I mean, at the same time. This one is an incredible plant. And if you watch this just in Dutch Orchids, you bought one before I did. It was actually you who gave me that idea to get this orchid. Or was it a week before? I'm not sure. But you did a video on your haul from Lucke. I thought she looked so smashing flower-wise. Anyways, this is what she looks like. It's a very, very healthy plant. As for 98% of the Cattleyas from Lucke, they are usually very, very healthy. Except for the lack of roots, as they've been transported all across the world from Brazil and stuff. You need to wait for them to create a new root system sometimes, but when it comes to Cattleyas, they rarely fail. As soon as you see a new growth, and the plant itself is fairly strong to begin with, yeah, the plant is going to survive. The Cattleya is quite resilient. You shouldn't really worry. Do not hesitate to buy from Lucke. It's a very, very great nursery. Here's another one I just happened to come across. And it caught my eye, really it did. Yeah, this is the lovely Cattleya. BSC, Chomthong Fancy, and it's a CT51. I looked it up. I couldn't find more than the pic they use in the web shop, yeah? That's the only picture of this full name out there. Huge sized, fragrant flowers. Really huge sized ones. So I assumed that this one would as well. Look at it. Lovely new growth there. She's going to do marvelously well. Dead roots, as expected, but there will soon be some new ones. 1990 euro for flower size one. Yes. Where on earth, amongst all of these lovely Cattleyas, did I place the BLC Chomthong Fancy CT51? I recognize the yellow tag. So, oh Lord, here she is. So, now all that remains to do is to bring her out from the... Yeah, just you wait. Here's a beauty. My old video just reminded me of that she carries very, very large flowers. Yeah, you know, guys, how happy I was when I saw this first sheath. But then I thought myself, how often does that happen? That an orchid, hybrid, or species blooms from its very first sheath, no matter the size of the sheath. But I was happy as long as it was green and fleshy. It doesn't matter, it's alright. After that, I'm not sure what that gal did. Let's see now. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, that that one, what on earth did it do? Yeah, you could see how slender she was when I got her. Very narrow plant with only a few pseudobulbs. Must have been these pseudobulbs. Or maybe not even that one when I got her. These three, perhaps. So she's been growing on quite as planned, really. About, 2 pseudobulbs a year. And this one is a very good cane. It surprises me that it didn't put out a sheath, but as the hybrid, it is. It might just start creating buds down there without a sheath, but it doesn't happen very often. Especially on these unifoliate cane ones. They normally create sheath, so, but, complex hybrid, you never know what it does. It's doing quite alright in the semi-hydro, but I bet very, very soon she will need to be transferred into another, a bit larger pot. Rather yesterday, actually, these roots to the outside will die off if I put them into semi-hydro. But now, as you can see, they're starting to branch out. So, well, depends on how many there will be underneath here, or if we'll have to wait for its next new growth, which will appear here underneath this stuff, as you can see. So, anyways, maybe another one there. It's an eye, at least. The eyes on an old tinier pseudobulb normally will not turn out that great. Yeah, they won't just sit there, but they will provide new roots. But very, very rarely any new flowers. So, well, it's a good plant. She's becoming high as well, 34 centimeters. Not a tiny plant, but this one can obviously carry the weight of a huge flower. Sturdy and nice. So, I'm starting to give her a little bit more light, so let's see what happens. I'm really looking forward to this one, in particular this one, to start blooming. Now when the insects are gone, I guess we're going to see an abundance of good results amongst my collection. It amazes me each day as I swiftly go over my collection. I see new stuff each day, yeah. So, lovely orchid to have. Now, let's take a look at the gratis plant. Nice! Oh God, this is crazy. This is crazy good stuff, yeah? You want to know what its flowers looks like, yeah? It carries the best of flowers. Really, so happy. Even though maybe the plant itself has got a little bit left to wish for. But as you can see, lots of the inheritance from the Tigrina and the Clandii. The spots and the little bit poorer leaf set, yeah? So, let us see, let us wait for some new roots to appear here. Since I know that this one is finicky. Thanks so much for this free plant. This one isn't flowering size yet, I think. So, here she is. The gratis plant. You can see, the G is still there. She's been an on and off plant, so to speak. Now she's fortunately in growing stage again. But she's been so badly infested by, I think it was thrips. Must have been. Or perhaps spider mites. But yeah, they inflict almost the same type of damage, in a way. I've treated her with pesticide, just like I did for all of the rest of my collection, which are now growing a lot better. And yeah, obviously, that includes even this orchid. Her newest cane comes out clean, you can see. A lot better than this one. Yeah, any of these. So we're getting there. But she can stay behind there. I don't really fancy to look at her all that much yet. But yeah, she's still alive. And I'm not going to give her away or sell her or anything now when she's recovering. Yeah, was never a bad plant, really. She did well. But the insects, the pests, did the damage to her. So if you cannot photosynthesize, yeah, you cannot grow properly. But now, she's at least given a chance. Tiny there, a little bit wider to the tip. That one. This is what a good root should look like. Good root tip. So, I wouldn't take a chance and repot this orchid at its present state. So, anyways, she's still with us. Looking better. That's fun with something else that looks a little bit different. So guys, I hope you liked the shape and form I presented this video in. 3 of the plants from the original video are no longer here in my apartment. I sold 2, and yeah, one of them aren't with us. Yeah, it was the little mini mark. Anyways, it's alright. I think they're all growing on nicely. I can't complain. And I can recommend the Lucke nursery to you guys, as I said before. And for now, take care and we shall talk soon, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Yay! Bye-bye!